James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so as I've stated many times, 2024 is the year of the featherweight division, and with it being the year of the featherweight division, with this weight class being my favorite weight class in boxing right now, I feel like I gotta cover every fighter humanly possible in this weight class. So we'll start with one guy that's been around for a while, making noise in boxing that I just never got around to covering, and I want to make this video about him, was Arnold Khegai. Yes, Arnold Khegai, the number 12 IBF contender, the number 3 WBO world contender, a guy that's been in some notable fights. You know, he's what, 22-1. Let me see. Let me fact check. He's 22-1, 14 knockouts. The lone loss he had being to Stephen Fulton. Best fighter he's probably beaten on his resume on paper is Eduardo Baez. He had a close fight with Eduardo Baez a couple years back in December of 2022. And let's talk about him, Khegai, because this is a guy that I think, whether it be this year or in the early parts of next year, I think he winds up getting a big fight. So let's just get out in front of it now, and let's talk about him before he winds up fighting like a Rafael Espionza or Rafael or Angelo. Let's just get out in front of it now. So as far as Khegai is concerned, just I had to classify his style, the way he fights. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Sergey Lipinets, the 140 pounder. Very, very similar in terms of the way he moves, his frame. He comes from like Muay Thai, so he kind of has a different type of a stance. But yeah, come forward fighter. I would say he's a come forward fighter who can be a counter puncher at times. You know, rugged, physical. He breaks guys down and he grinds them down, and that's how he fights. Very similar to a Sergey Lipinets type fighter. You know, he's very rugged, as I mentioned. I was going back and I was watching the Stephen Fulton fight, and I remember it was the third round of that fight. They got into a little clinch, and he was trying to maul Stephen Fulton, and he literally took Stephen Fulton and he threw him to the ground. So he tries to impose his will in the fight, and you know, as far as him, like where his career is at now, he's one of these guys that's like high risk, low reward, because he doesn't really talk a whole lot. And I always say in boxing, like you always know the value of a fighter or a fight when these fights go to purse bid. You know what promoters really think of that fighter's value, right? So he was supposed to actually fight the South African Lirato Diamani, who just fought Tomoki Kameda yesterday. And they had a purse bid for that fight. He was initially supposed to fight in that eliminator. It went to purse bid. TGB Promotions won the purse bid for a total of $71,000. Top Rank put in a bid as well for $65,000. Diamani would have made $53,000. Khegai was gonna make around, you know, just south of 18 grand, $17,750 to be exact. Khegai's manager, Sam Kavatsky, didn't really like that offer, so he pulled him out the purse bid, and it hurt his ranking. So, you know, I think with them pulling out of the purse bid and the eliminator, he's a 12th ranked contender in the IBF. I would be led to believe that they're gonna go the WBO route, because he's ranked higher. He's currently the 3rd ranked fighter in the WBO, behind only Robeisy Ramirez and Bruce Carrington. Now, Robeisy Ramirez is supposed to fight Rafael Espionza towards the end of this year, and they're going to do a rematch. Bruce Carrington is going the WBA route, so he really is the number 2 contender in the de facto sense, right? So, can Arnold Khegai, you know, can he become the next Ukrainian world champion in boxing? And I'll be honest with you, because right now, like I said, he's not ranked in the WBC, and he's not ranked in the WBA. So he's going to have to either go the IBF or WBO routes. Now, the IBF champion is currently Angelo. You guys know what I think about Angelo. I think it's a good fight. I think Khegai will definitely be physical and give Angelo some tough rounds. But I just think, from what I've seen of him, he's not the kind of guy I think will give Angelo problems. I think Angelo would win that fight pretty comfortably. Espionza, you know, Robeisy, these are the kind of guys I think he has a better chance against, because Robeisy, more skillful looking guy, but Khegai His gas tank's always been has been a question mark. That's why Espionza, I thought, beat him was his gas tank. Is him catching a second win in the back half of that fight. It cost the Rabesi that fight, but he's more skilled than Arnold Khegai. And then Espionza, very leaky defense and very tall. So I think he would do better against those styles than someone like Angelo. But good fighter. I think he's someone that we have to keep our eyes on in the featherweight division, only because of the fact of where he's ranked, the fact that he was just in a purse bid for a final eliminator, and if you're at that level, a world title shot ain't too far around the corner. So he's a good physical. He's a physical fighter. He's a rugged counter puncher at times, but he's just I don't know. I think fighters who have fast feet, so like a Stephen Fulton, fighters who have fast feet that can box and punch on the move will give him problems. So that's where Rabesi, I think, would have success against Arnold Khegai if he's able to keep him off of him. That's where Angelo, I think, would have success against Arnold Khegai. Anybody who can box and move has a chance to beat Arnold Khegai, because really his main thing is closing that gap, being physical, being rugged, and when I look at him, he's good in the style he fights, but I don't look at him as like one of the most complete featherweights in the world or anything like that. I think he's got his way he fights. He sticks to it, and it'll work against a lot of opponents in the top 15. But when you step up in class to a lot of these guys, who have belts, it's going to be a lot harder to do that. But nonetheless, good fighter. Like I said, reminds me a lot of Sergey Lipinets. Lipinets with good management was able to win a world title. He won the IBF title at 140. I think if I'm the manager of Arnold Khegai, which is Sam Kavatsky, I wish he was in the WBA ranking, because I feel like the Nick Ball fight stylistically is the best fight for him. He's a physical, rugged guy. That's a physical, rugged guy. So it would just be a battle of wills. But unfortunately, he's not ranked in the top 15 of the WBA, so he can't really go that route. But that's my assessment of Arnold Khegai. He's been a guy that's career really hasn't probably moved at the pace he might have wanted to. He's had promotional issues, purse bid issues, all kind, the normal things in boxing. But look for him to get a title shot in 2025 for sure. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Arnold Khegai's chances of winning a world title? He's ranked in the IBF and he's ranked in the WBO. Which of the champions do you think he has a better chance against, Espionza or Angelo? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Contender, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.